Welcome back. The purpose of the second apple shading video is to talk about how to shade with color. We have talked previously about how shading and adding highlights can help an item look more realistic, can help it look more 3D. Right now, this is a very flat looking apple, but when we're done with the shading, it should look a little bit more rounded. We talked about shading using pencil, but we can shade also with colored pencil. So we're going to continue to use these same three colors, but we also need to consider where is our light hitting. You can choose wherever you wish for the light to hit. I'm going to choose the upper right corner. I'm going to say here's where the light is hitting. You can choose the side, you could choose the center. Whatever it is, please indicate it now. As well as, please pause this video and go ahead and fill in with solid, lightly colored, streak-free coloring the second apple. Please pause the video now. Now that we're back, we're going to consider how the light source impacts the apple and the leaf and the stem. Okay, so when the light hits, or where the light hits, it's going to be its brightest. So using our red for our pencil, we're going to avoid this area where the light is hitting. But as it goes away, as the apple curves and goes away from our light source, it's going to get darker. To darken in the area with color, you're going to press harder. Now I noticed that when I color, I do a combination of strokes with my pencil. I go back and forth, I go in a circle. I can sense my fingers varying the pressure, meaning that as I approach the light space, instinctually, I start to lighten my pressure. I'm not pressing as hard. My pencil is more just dancing across the paper in rapid motions. I keep going back and forth, but constantly thinking about, is the light hitting? If so, don't press very hard. Is the light not hitting? If so, press harder. I would hope that you at this point are shading at the same time as me. So we're shading together. If you haven't started, please go ahead and begin, and then you can unpause your video. We're just using the same color. Shading is a thinking game. Sorry, that's one of my 6 dogs. And then follow suit with the leaf. Think about where is the light hitting. It's going to be brighter. Where is the light not hitting? It's going to be darker. And varying my pressure. It's hard to shade such a small space as the stem, but you can do a little bit. This is the conclusion of video 2. Please make sure you have shaded with one color per part in consideration of the light source. And I hope that you can sense that this shading helps this to look a little bit more interesting and a little bit more rounded than if we just colored. At this point, please pause your video or the end of the video and finish shading with one color.